Applying the Jensen measure. The Jensen measure is a financial performance measure that assesses the risk-adjusted return of an investment. It compares the actual return of the investment to the expected return based on a benchmark or reference rate. Using a different R for each time interval is necessary because the risk-free rate can vary over time. The risk-free rate represents the return an investor can earn by investing in a theoretically risk-free asset, such as government bonds. It serves as a benchmark comparing the performance of other investments. In summary, using a different RFR for each time interval during the sample period is crucial for the Jensen measure to accurately evaluate the performance of an investment portfolio. It considers the changing risk-free rates, captures interest rates, fluctuation, and adjusts for time-specific risk factors. This allows for a more comprehensive assessment of risk-adjusted return and helps investors make informed decisions about their investments. The information ratio performance measure used to evaluate the risk-adjusted returns of an investment portfolio. It provides insights to the ability of a portfolio manager to generate excess returns relative to a benchmark considering the level of risk taken. The information ratio takes into account both the portfolio's average excess return and its volatility or risk. The information ratio is calculated by dividing the portfolio's excess return, actual return, and the benchmark by the portfolio's deviation. A higher information ratio indicates that the portfolio has generated more excess return per unit of risk. And also, the information ratio is a useful measure as it focuses on risk-adjusted performance rather than absolute returns. Performance measurement with downside risk. This ensures portfolio average return. Sharp measure focuses on total risk. If there is downside risk in portfolio, managers find investment both too low and too high risk. Sortino and Price 1994 calculate this measure as follows. ST sub I equals R sub I minus T divided by DR sub I, where T equals minimum adjusted threshold specified for the time period, DR downside risk coefficient for portfolio I during the specified time period. The purpose of Sortino and Price's 1994 is to introduce a modified performance measure called the Sortino ratio. The Sortino ratio is designed to provide a more accurate assessment of risk-adjusted returns by focusing on downside risk. Downside risk: if the volatility returns fall below, there is shortfall, investment return is lower than expected.